We're going to bring in two Iranian-American reality TV stars who know what life is like to live under the Iranian regime, escaping it with their families. Dr. Sheila Nazarian from Netflix's Skin Decision and Reza Farahan from Shahs of Sunset. Now, Reza is also author of the brilliantly named book, Memoirs of a Gay Shah. Dr. Nazarian, I am going to start with you, though. What will it take for the Iranian people to be able to take back their country as Trump has encouraged them to do here?
It's one of two options. It's either, the IDF and America continue to chip away at the Revolutionary Guard, who are very heavily armed religious fanatics who will not go down quietly. They're like a cancer, you guys. Even if you shrink them, they are very patient, but they will continue to grow. So it's very, very imperative that they are completely eradicated and that the next leader is not an Islamist like them. The other option is that somehow the people, the majority, the 90% who want regime change, get armed. Now, that could be the police flipping sides. It could be other parts of the military changing sides. When the Shah was overthrown, the Air Force changed sides to side with the Islamists, the mullahs. And so without arms, they don't have a Second Amendment. It's very difficult for them to take their country back, quote unquote, which they very much so want to do.
Reza, Sheila just said something really important there, and that's about, potentially on how they can overthrow the regime here and whether the police force or military will flip. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is conscription in Iran, is there not? And wouldn't that suggest that there may be people willing to do that?
They are going to flip, and President Trump has made it very clear that if you do not flip, you will be killed. And at some point, if we continue to put the pressure on the Islamist terrorists, the IRGC, the Basij, the Sepah, they will flip and they will realize that time is running out for them and they're going to side with the people. Ultimately, this regime these are the final days of this regime, and we're seeing something really beautiful happening in the country, and people can taste freedom. There's no turning back at this point. They're never going to accept radical Islam as their governing party.
Doctor, do you anticipate that there might be a mass exodus? I mean, to Reza's point there about overthrowing the government, but if some don't believe that can happen and they try to flee the country and become refugees, where do they go, and will that potentially happen?
So many people have already fled this country. There has been such a huge brain drain to Europe, to Australia, to America. I'm in Los Angeles right now, and we have the second largest population of Iranians in the world. And it's very difficult to flee, quote unquote. Like, my family had to flee through the desert while being shot at by Iranian border police. Imagine the Iranian border police is shooting at us for us not to leave. Not the country that we're entering shooting at us not to enter. So I think the Iranians are very patriotic people. They're not looking to flee. They're looking to take their country back. There are many that during this war period have tried to get out just to get out of harm's way. Many have hired private drivers to take them to Azerbaijan, for example, and then getting flights out, just to feel safe. But no, the Iranian people want their country back. They don't want to flee. They want help. They want to be liberated from this Islamist terrorist regime that has brutalized them for 47 years.
Yeah, Reza, you and your family escaped during a very turbulent time. I want to play some of what you said on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live.
Iran kills, stones, hangs, and lashes young gay teens to death on a regular basis. Yeah. So do I want to say F the grandmother who takes care of her grandkids in Iran? Absolutely not. When I say F that place, I'm talking about the regime, the government, the religious dictatorship, not the beautiful citizens.
All right, so now that the Ayatollah has been killed, do you think it is going to be different for minorities and people like yourself in Iran, and also people like the doctor, an Iranian Jew?
Absolutely. That is what the Islamists are most afraid of, because Reza Pahlavi is very open-minded. Iran, prior to the Islamic Revolution, had a beautiful, long history with Israel. And the Islamists in the region are so afraid of Iran becoming a healthy democracy that they're all discombobulating and doing everything they can right now to maintain this Islamist regime. But the regime will fall, Iran will become a democracy, and it will maintain a beautiful relationship moving forward with Israel. Gay people will be able to be free in Iran. People will be able to say what they want, practice the religion that they want. Iran had a beautiful Jewish community that was thriving for many, many years. And I'm praying that we go back to that.
Real quickly, Doctor, we're running out of time, but I want you brought up this point about people wanting to stay and overthrow this government. You've got IRGC, about 200,000 of them. They have AR weapons. What does this look like, this overthrow? I mean, if the military has been controlling the people, how do you see this uprising happen?
So we have to really use our words correctly, right? So IRGC, the Revolutionary Guard, like you said, it's not the entire military. It is a small, ideologically strict Islamist group that is there to protect the Ayatollahs and the mullahs, okay? It's not the Air Force, it's not the Navy, it's not the police officers. Those are not IRGC. So if we can get the others to flip, I don't think the IRGC is gonna flip, because they'll kill each other. You know, it's just too ideologically driven. But police officers who are being made to shoot their neighbors, they'll flip. And so we have to get enough armed people to flip to take down the IRGC.
Yeah, from my understanding, the members of the IRGC are normally ones hand selected from, rural areas who are under poverty and may not necessarily have any other way of having a strong future without aligning with the regime. But to you both, I really do hope and pray that one day you both can return to your country and it will be free and prosperous for not just the two of you, but for the entire Iranian people. Reza Farahan and Dr. Sheila Nazarian, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.